So you're thinking of moving to Seattle, Washington, and you're going to be exercising that VA loan. Well, we're going to talk about some very important tips with the top VA loan specialist right here in Seattle, Washington. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Ray Wilkey with the Real Agent Now Group right here in Seattle, Washington. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, playing, and using that VA loan, then start now by subscribing to this channel and tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And honestly, we are getting so many phone calls, emails, and texts about people moving and relocating here, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking of moving or relocating here to the Seattle Metro, you got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the Seahawk. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to Seattle, Washington. All right, I'm not going to talk too long here because you're here to hear about the VA loan and just how easy it is to, or how difficult it is to use here in Seattle, Washington. So I got to interview, our partner and top VA loan specialist, and he's going to answer some of those most frequently asked questions about the VA loan process. So let's go. All right, what's up, guys? I'm back here with my main man, Addy, and he is the VA loan specialist. We actually currently are doing multiple VA loans with him, and he's obviously doing some on his own. So we wanted to do a video because we're getting a lot of questions about this and a lot of people reaching out to us who are going to be using a VA loan. So first and foremost, Addy, thank you for having you on. I'm going to ask you a few questions. The main ones that we get: why does the VA loan have a bad rap? Like, what is it about the VA loan that people think it's so hard to get buy a house with?
Yeah, Jackson, I'm really glad that you brought that up because I just had a couple of these conversations just over the weekend with some of our new relocation families. And
Yep.
I think the easiest way to describe it is there is a lot of misperception just out of myths. So some of the differences, just a short list of the differences, is the quality of the house. So most of the time, a VA loan requires for the house to be of code and standard living conditions,
Wouldn't you want that anyways?
right? And these are the conversations that we have all the time. Like,
Yeah.
literally, the only difference in explaining that to a seller is picking up the phone. And that's where, like, yourself, Jesse, Heather, me, we are actively communicating with the sellers. I mean, remember that one client we had earlier this year? The house wasn't even accepting VA as a selected financing option. And it took us, 30, 60 minutes on the phone combined, all of us. And we just give a little bit of insight. And all of a sudden the seller's like, yeah, our house is of those conditions. That's not a, well,
Exactly.
let's do this.
It was amazing.
Yeah, let's get them on the train. So not to get too long-winded or technical, really the VA loan does a lot of things to protect the veterans. They really, they've earned this incredible ability to buy a house through the VA loan, but they also want to do their due diligence and make sure that the veterans in a house that's not going to swamp them with a bunch of needed repairs post-close, that they can't manage the debt or the financial investment to get to the house to livable condition. So that's the easiest way I can explain it, man. Just it's got to be livable.
Hey, if you're loving these videos about all these tips and everything you need to know about moving to Seattle, Washington, will you please give this video a like and comment below any of your other top questions. We'll shoot videos on that. Don't forget to subscribe too. What he said there was that, yes, as soon as we know, your VA and we're going to be putting an offer in, we call that listing agent because there are some old school listing agents out there where the VA loans were tough, years ago, and they still have that in their mind. So when we come on, or basically I'm going to give the credit to Addy, and he calls them and says, no, we're still going to close on time. This is going to happen. Like, this loan is completely going to fund. They're like, oh, well, that was easy. So that goes right into, can we close in 30 days? Can we do a standard 30-day close?
Yes, we had, I can't remember how many it was. I think it was 27 or 28 on a VA close this year. So the only thing that is slightly different from, say, a conventional to a VA is the appraisals are actually managed by the VA department. So versus the lender ordering the appraisal through an appraisal management company, VA actually takes those orders and assigns them to VA approved appraisers. So in some cases, it takes a little bit longer to get that appraisal out. But per a few years ago, VA made a lot of positive reforms to the mandatory turn times, and we haven't seen any backsplash on delays through that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, always an asterisk from someone in financing, right? But to be real, like, it shouldn't make a big difference. And with our approach as your team, we're transparent up front with the sellers about that. Anything that we don't have in control, we communicate that. And more times than not, the sellers are all humans too, and they
Yeah.
totally understand. And they want to give these veterans, Jackson, the opportunity that they've earned by serving our country.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot from sellers is once they hear it's a VA loan, they're really excited about that. If you don't have the team in place like we've, built here, especially with Addison, it
Yeah.
can be a little trickier and people aren't going to buy it, I guess. And so with us, it's going to be, it's going to be seamless. You worry about getting you, your family, whoever's coming with you. We
Right.
handle all that. All right, so I really hope that video cleared things up on the VA loan process. Our team is amazing at using those VA loans and making sure that they close on time. So in order for you to use that, you've got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the Seahawk, however you want to get a hold of us. We got your back when moving to Seattle, Washington. And if this is your first time to this channel, you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, and playing right here in Seattle, start now by subscribing to this channel. Tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And until that next video, we'll catch you later.